Has this ever happened to you? Or this? These things happen either because of conduction or radiation, which are two concepts that I'm gonna teach you about. We're gonna start with conductivity. Hey assistant, will you come over here please?
Yes, ma'am.
To the lab. Welcome to the lab. Here, my assistant, take this. As you can see, my dear viewers, that was an example of conductivity. As you can see, the heat transfer from the pan through my assistant from conductivity. Conduction is a transfer of heat from more energetic particles to the adjacent, less energetic ones, and it happens from an interaction between the particles.
Where can it happen?
That's a great question. Can take place in solids, liquids, and gases, and the main conductors are copper, mercury, iron, gold, and silver. Now, thermal conductivity is a measure of the ability of the material girl, to conduct heat, and it needs an intervening medium.
Oh, I understand. It's what determines whether an object is hot or cold to the touch, and why some materials are better at conducting heat and others are more thermal insulators.
Correct, my dear assistant. For example, a hot object can be a light bulb. When you turn it on, you can feel it's hot. Conductivity is also very important in our daily tasks, such as ironing clothes, because the heat from the iron transfers to the clothes. And now, let's move on to radiation. Now, as you can see, we are a bit cold, but we are getting the heat of this campfire because of radiation. Radiation is the transfer emitted by matter because of electromagnetic waves.
But what makes it different from conduction?
Well, unlike conduction, the transfer of heat in radiation does not need an intervening medium. Dear assistant, what other examples can you think of?
I don't know. The sun?
Yeah, you're right. What other example can you think of?
I think a controller uses an infrared light. You know, an invisible light that controls objects? That can be an example of radiation.
Correct. Microwaves also use electromagnetic non-ionizing radiation to heat food. Before we leave, my assistant and I will tell you some keywords for you to remember these concepts. First, right, contact for conduction. Next, for radiation is waves. Oh, just right. Well, that's it, folks. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
I quit.
Hey.